Join me now from our bureau in Washington, D.C., lawyer, political commentator, and former U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Joseph diGenova. Thank you so much for joining me.
My pleasure.
So what do you make of Bolton's book, The Room Where It Happened, the White House memoir? Do you think we'd find it in the fiction section? Do you think there's some truth to it? Why is it that these people who are in President Trump's inner circle, they leave and then they try to make a quick buck and then want to be the mainstream media darling, at least for a few seconds? Because I remember when the media really, really disliked Bolton.
Yeah, well, John has succumbed to the sirens of Washington, D.C. and decided he was going to write a quick book to make a quick buck. And he's done that, but unfortunately, he did not follow the rules. He claims that he got an oral okay for the publication of the book, but he did not receive what is required by law, which is, and his contract with the government, his non-disclosure agreement, his pre-publication review agreement, and that is that he has to receive in writing the clearance from the National Security Council, and he did not get that. And that's what this is about, because people who have reviewed the book say that it contains highly classified information which should not have been revealed. And that's why there's now a federal grand jury, apparently, investigating whether or not there have been violations of the Espionage Act by things that were published in the book. John just went overboard and decided he needed to publish fast. I'm not quite sure why, but he did, and now he's going to have to pay the consequences for it.
Yeah, obviously, it seems like it was politically motivated right before the election. He probably figured the book would do better.
Yes.
I mean, considering he's a Republican, it's kind of odd timing. Does he really want Biden to be our next president of the United States, if you will? And also, Bolton's not a dumb guy. Like, why didn't he wait for that clearance?
Well, that's a very good question. He has a fine lawyer. Chuck Cooper is his lawyer, big-time former Reagan DOJ Assistant Attorney General for the Office of Legal Counsel. I don't know. There was this rush to publish. They could have gotten this process done and received the written permission. None of it makes any sense to me. Either the lawyering doesn't make any sense, John's decision to make. Now, I can understand if he hates the president, he wants to smear him, he wants to publish something. I consider the things that are in the book an act of betrayal. But I can understand if someone who hates the president wants to write about it, they want to get it out. But you don't do that when you have a pre-publication review agreement that requires you to make sure that you're not compromising classified information. And that's not John Bolton's judgment. That is the judgment of the intelligence community and the Director of National Intelligence. So at the moment, if there's a federal grand jury, I'm sure they'll find out whether or not the publisher, who has been subpoenaed, the publishing agent, his literary agent, has been subpoenaed. It'll be fascinating to watch.
Yeah, and if he is charged and convicted, I mean, he could face jail time.
Yeah, I don't think it's hard to say. We have to know precisely what the compromised information was. All of these cases in the past have been handled by a civil suit, which was designed to prevent the publication, or, as is the case now, to do two things: to take the profits in a constructive trust, any profits that he makes from the book, the government wants those, and then the second is the criminal investigation. So we'll see whether or not he's broken the law. If he has, I'm sure the department will charge him.
What do you think Bolton's political future is like after this? I'm just thinking, I spent so many years in D.C. and your relationships and your reputation and all that stuff matters. I wouldn't trust him. Have you met him before?
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.